Okay, my name is Modupe, and I'm a diabetes specialist dietitian. I qualified in 2002 at University of North London, now London Metropolitan University. I think I qualified in 2002. And from then on, I progressed on to work at William Harvey Hospital in Kent. I worked there for about 18 months. And when an opportunity came up to work in diabetes, I quickly grabbed the opportunity and I came back to London to work. And I have been working in London ever since, especially in the area of diabetes, which I greatly enjoy and find quite challenging. When I qualified, I started work as a junior dietitian at William Harvey Hospital, just doing general dietetics work. And it was in an acute setting, so hospital-based, across various wards, doing different things. So general dietetics, so it could be oncology patients, elderly care wards, you would nutritional support, so general stuff really whilst in the hospital, just to get the patient well and get them discharged away from the hospital. But after that, especially because after a while you've got to, as a dietitian, you have to progress on and look at areas that you would want to specialize in, because you can't keep doing the same general stuff for ages and ages. So I think for me it was reflecting back on my placement, because I think towards the end of my placement, because we generally have a 6-month placement. And I remember that I enjoyed diabetes. And I looked back and I thought, oh, I could actually specialize in diabetes. And like I said, you get different patients, and it's quite really interesting, especially for me as well, working in the acute environment, which is the hospital environment, as well as in community. So I get to see the patients while they're not relatively well in the hospital, and then they go on to the community and they're well, and then we're just keeping them on the straight and narrow, helping them to manage their condition better. So for me, it was quite good looking at the two sides of the coin that way. So it's quite good, and that's how my journey has progressed so far. Okay, some of the problems that I can help with would be weight control, if they've got a problem with weight. So I could look into their diet with them, help them to lose weight, because that's quite important in prevention of diabetes, our problems, to get their blood pressure under control. So looking at the weight in details, the lipids control as well, high cholesterol, we could look into that for them as well, get them, looking at their diet, get their cholesterol under control as much as possible. And generally healthy eating, because a good diet is quite important to maintain a general healthy well-being. I enjoy it in the sense that I'm helping people, that part of it. And like I said earlier, it's quite rewarding as well, especially when you've seen someone. For example, I remember when I was newly qualified and a patient on the ward that I saw, it was newly diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, started on the medication to help him, but he knew that he had to lose weight. So we get him, and he was quite keen to make changes, because that's quite important. You have to be at the right frame of mind to want to make changes, because in this life, regardless whether you want to lose weight or any changes or changing your behavior, you have to be in that state of mind initially to want to make changes. So it was quite keen. It was like, what about if I lose weight? Would I be stopped? Would my medication be discontinued? I said, it's possible. So it was quite keen that he wanted to lose weight. So we got him we got a meal plan for him, and he said he would follow it. So I saw him, I think about 6-8 weeks later in the community in clinic, and he's lost the weight. He's lost nearly half a stone. Then we were thinking then that even his medication will be reduced, and the doctor was quite happy with that. So for me saying that, and for him to know that it does work, I think it's a good feeling. It's not that, if I did the work, it wasn't me, it was more the patient that did the work, because he's taken on board the advice and he's gone away and applied it, and it's helped him in his diabetes control, because with diabetes, you've got it for life. Yes, you can make changes, because what you're wanting to do is prevent the risk of complications of diabetes, because that will happen if you've got erratic control, if your diabetes is not well managed and it's not under control. So you would have that risk, the complications. And for him, being able to delay that as long as possible, good quality of life ahead of him, I think for him it was a good thing. And for me, being able to see that was a good thing as well.